it's fair to say you're a man of many talents. Yeah. So, I mean, one of your project that you did was the album Further Studies. Yeah, one of my favorite songs is with Nyashinsky, I'm Under Pressure. Yeah. And Youth is also another one, How I Met Your Mother. Yeah, so it's a really cool album. So take us through like the naming of the album, like what was the thinking behind it?
Ooh, so the album is, I think the most personal thing I've ever done in my life, to be honest. The most heartfelt project I've ever done. So during the period when we were doing the Alone Together thing and just trying to trying to find our own footing as individuals. At that time, my son had just been born. So it was, I think, 6 months. And it was COVID time. So we were scheduled, because of me in a train, and we were signed to Universal. We were scheduled to really like travel, like our calendar was going to be absolutely mad in 2020. And then boom, the universe said no, it's not happening. So that meant that I was really, really home. Like I had no choice. And at a time when my son was born. So I absolutely loved it. I think even for me, I'd say I'm one of those people who says COVID was one of the best times of my life, 100%. I was present, mentally, physically, I was there. And that being present just put me in a very different world that I've never been in. So my world was just revolving around fatherhood. So when you're making music, music is an extension, an expression of who you are. So there was nothing else I could think of to sing about rather than fatherhood and my son. So that's where the whole album was coined from. In the spirit of dad jokes and puns, that's where the name came from, Father Studies. So it's just a play of words. Because I remember I told my team and my band members that I'm gonna go on a leave, paternity leave, and it may be indefinite, not indefinite. It may be just very long, because usually, I guess the law, I don't know what the law says for paternity leave. Is it 1 month or something? Maternity is longer. You as a father, I think, is much, much shorter, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's way too short. So it's like, how do you expect the fathers to be present in their kids' lives? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So thank God it's my business, so I am able to to make the rules. So the Father Studies was a wordplay of just me going away to just immerse myself in this fatherhood, and father is actually father as Father, and Father Studies. So that's where the name came from. Yeah, and the whole album was initially I didn't want to sing actually in the album. And I wrote the songs. My idea was to give it to other singers, of course my bandmates, give it to Ben Soul, give it to just other people. Yeah. And when I presented it to them, they're like, bruh, you already, because I did demos, because I'm a producer, so I just, in my house, I was set up, do the demos, and when I presented it to them, I'm like, we think you just need to pick this up yourself and do it, because already you sound really good. Number two, it's very personal to who you are, because you're singing it to your son. And I was like, yeah, I guess you guys are right. So that's how the album came about. And it was a wholesome project, because it wasn't just about the music. Also, the music, every song in the album is attached to a story. And the story is written as kids' content. So kids' books. So I started writing kids' books as well, because also I realized there was a humongous gap when it came to content that's Pan-African, that's for African kids. It's still a big problem even now. And quality as well, because I realized kids just are drawn also to quality. Yeah. So some of even the parents themselves. So you can have something that's African, that's great, but the quality is not good. Yeah, they just be drawn to just something else that just looks appealing, because kids are they're visual, so they want to see things that excite them and arouse their minds, their imagination.
Yeah. And I think it's the first time you introduced your kid in the album, right? Yes. Yeah. So that made it a little bit more personal as well.